My name is Asuquo Ekpenyong, Senator representing Cross River State, Cross River South. Thank you. As well as representing the young people of the Niger Delta. I say that because when I was inaugurated into the 10th Senate, I was in my 30s. And for people who know the Senate, even by its very definition, the etymology of the word Senate is a congregation of wise old men. And so, while I don't define myself as a young person, because I don't define myself as a youth, because the United Nations defines youth as between the ages of 15 and 24. I am by perspective in the National Assembly seen as a young person. And so, that is why I say the young men and women of the Niger Delta are my secondary constituency. And in the Senate, if I have achieved anything, if there are any successes that are recorded on my behalf, it is because I have had the opportunity to be in the company of wise men, such as the men standing here. As wise men and women that we have in the Senate, if I have seen further, it is because I have stood on their shoulders. So young men and women, as you are gathered here today, I say all that to say this. You are in the company of very wise men and women. Take the opportunity and be deliberate to nurture yourself, to develop yourself, to engage in this opportunity of this conference so that you can learn and develop yourself even further. Be a youth, women in a day, and mothers are in the house. You know, for us politicians, if you've ever run for an elected office, you know not to play with the women. Because when a woman stands by you, she stands by you all the way. All the way. To success or to failure, she will not depart from you. And it's the same thing economically. My background is in microfinance. And it is said, there's a school of thought that says that when you empower a woman, you empower the household. Not so. When you empower a woman, you empower the household. And here's a little joke as an experiment. There's this experiment where an office manager, at the close of work, as he's leaving the office, he has two office assistants, one male, one female, about the same age. And as he's going, he gives them a tip. He gives the female assistant 10,000 naira. He gives the male assistant 10,000 naira. And he closes. Now, as they close, the male assistant, if he had planned to use a bus back home, that 10,000 naira is disposable and windfall income. You will change from the bus, you order an Uber ride. And on the way home, you will stop at maybe a bar to watch the match of the day. You will buy a beer for himself. You will buy a beer for his friend. You will even buy a beer for the friend of the friend that he doesn't even know his name. And they will watch the match, they will enjoy themselves. You may even garnish that beer with a small plate of pepper soup and finish that money before you get home. But you see a woman, the woman assistant, the female assistant that was given that same 10,000 naira, if she plans to use the bus, she will still use that bus. If the house is not far, she will walk home. And as she's going home, she may stop at the market, buy food stuff and put it in the house. So that 10,000 naira made it to the house. So I say this, MD, EDs, I need your attention please. Going forward please, when you are doing your empowerment, when you are doing your interventions, your skill trainings, ensure that at least 60% of that are for the women. Women in our day, it is a wonderful feeling to be in the presence of my immediate constituency.